All right, well, I want to know if anybody can hear me. Anybody hear me okay? Damn, this phone's slower than hell today. It's freezing and chopping and everything. Well, we are live from Yuma, Arizona. We are walking around. Today's lessons, we're going to talk about, wow, the times we are wasting. And we're wasting a lot of time. What's going on around the world and what's going on right here at home. I got out of the podcasting for a minute, but I'm back on it now, and I'm doing what I like to do, what makes me happy, you know? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not harming anybody. I'm speaking a message that I feel in my heart. And right now, I'm going to get some ice cream. This place is bomb. We got all these different kinds of ice creams here to choose from. Look at that. This whole case is nothing but ice cream. Hi. Can I get 2 scoops of... Huh? Can I get 2 scoops of that? It came after it's like baby cream. Okay. Green button. Good. There you go. Thank you. $3.08 for 2 scoops of ice cream. That's cheap. Anyways, can anybody hear me here? I'm switching over to Facebook really. Thanks, man. You too. Hmm. All right, well. Cool. All right. Nope. There we go. There we go. How's everybody doing? When everybody gets here, I'll start. Does everybody see me on Facebook? I can't see your comments if you're commenting. You got to visit StreamYard and give Facebook and StreamYard access to your comments so I can see them here on StreamYard. I'm not on Facebook. I'm actually streaming from an internet browser called StreamYard, and that actually gives me the option to stream to different destinations, and I can go to 3. I have the basic plan. It's $25 a month, and it's for my channel purposes, so I can stream live, receive comments, and give out new content whenever I feel it fits. Right, we're gonna go to the intro. We're gonna play. I'm gonna play the intro here. Ready? That's not me. What the heck? Hold on. Oh, something's wrong here. Hold on. There it is. And that would be the old intro. The new intro will be coming out in the next episode. I've been working very hard on it. I'm eating ice cream right now. Afterwards, I will start walking and talking. Got mocha almond fudge ice cream. It's so good. That's a good deal for 2 scoops of ice cream. $3.08. That means it's a $1.54 a scoop, which is really good. Huh. Couldn't ask for a better price on ice cream. Where's all my peoples? I've done plenty of promoting. It should have people watching right now. That's all right. Yeah, I don't get to see everybody that's watching anyway. Like I said already, that I can't see the comments that are coming through from What's the BA and the KA? Sorry, I had to jump onto the Facebook Live real quick and check there because I'm trying something new here, and I'm trying to do a new season of my show. It won't be an everyday thing. It'll be a couple times a week. And is it still Lost Link watching? I can see your question there. What do you know about the BA and the KA? I'm not sure if I follow what you're saying on that one. Like, I guess I haven't heard about it. Want to tell me about it? So, the title of this episode is called "These Times We Are Wasting," and I just wanted to kind of address, like, there's a lot of things that are going on that we need to pay attention to. Like wars, they are a distraction. They're killing people. They're murdering people, basically. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to start taking care of each other a little better, and paying attention to the needs of our loved ones and those that are around us in our immediate world. Like for me, it would be common sense is you take care of number one first, which is yourself. But that doesn't mean to become selfish and serve only yourself. We need to serve other people as well. It's how you build karma. The best karma you can build is by helping somebody else. I'm not saying serve somebody. Like, services breaks it into a huge million different kind of categories, and we're not talking about like escort services and stuff like that. We're not saying that kind of service. We're speaking like lawn service or good deeds. Like, go out of your way and buy a homeless man a burrito or something. Don't give him money per se, but buy him a sandwich and a water, or don't let them spend the money on something that they are habitually buying that is not good for them. you know uh, i I don't mind giving them provisions that will help them live throughout the day and survive throughout the day. Ba and ka, bay and k, ba and ka. I don't know, honestly. um I posted a video a few years back where it was just a short couple minutes long, but I bought something from the place I worked, and I walked it up the street in the middle of winter where this guy was sheltered up with a shopping cart and some cardboard boxes, a tarp, and a blanket to like keep himself warm and all that. And I bought him a 3 for $6 menu deal, and gave him some smoke and walked it up to him. And I didn't give him money, but I gave him some things that like if I was out on the street without somewhere to go and I was hungry and needed something to calm my nerves or whatever, self-medicate myself. I would so I give what I would randomly not expect, but a possibility of what could be in the bag. What's in bag number one? um so yeah, I threw a $3 joint in there and two burritos and a taco, and I think I brought him a drink, so it was like a meal deal, and $6, big deal. And I don't mind going out of my way to help people. That's like the service to others that I'm talking about. It's like, so I made a comment on my siblings' TikTok this morning, and she said that she's got a problem with having poison on the end of her lips, and it always just comes out and hurts people. And she looks around, but she's like, I see so many people that aren't going to be saved, and it saddens me, she says. And I tell her, oh, okay, all right. And I told her that, it's not we're not here to save anyone, to be honest. We are here to try to make a difference in the way people perceive things. We're not here to save anyone. It's I'm here because I know things. I have things to say. I have like deep embedded core traits that I stick firm to. I don't like conflict, but I have poisonous lips, a poisonous tongue, I should say, when I'm upset or hurt. Who doesn't? But like, I look around or I see people being treated poorly and I listen to their story. I'm like, okay, well, so what's the other person's story? You can't help everybody, but I show compassion and empathy for those that come into my life or cross my path. And, it's hard for me to say no to people. Yes, but that's not a weakness. It's a powerful, powerful strength. Being good and helping people is like the quickest way to reach the top of any type of vibration is just be good, help people, make someone smile, and don't feel obligated to have to help people. Don't be expected to help people, but just if you don't have anything to do, that's something I do. Like walk around and meet people at least. So the body and the other is our energy field. So, okay, the energy field could be also known as your aura, right? Or your informed field, or, like I like to call it my shield, basically. It's like, this is something I wanted to address in this episode too, is what you become aware of doubles and acts like a shield against that specific whatever it is. So what I mean, I'll break it down and say, okay, deception. Somebody's deceiving you, but you don't know that they're deceiving you. All right. But this person A over here comes to you and goes, and whispers in your ear that this person B is out to get you. And they know proof and they give you proof. They show you proof that things they have said or pictures or screenshots of things that they've done or are doing, and say that now that you are aware of that person deceiving you, then you are now shielded from their deception. Like, you can play along, but you won't be a fool and a victim of their shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that would be like an energy field type thing, because you can come into contact with somebody and you can feel them watching you from across the room. Right when you walk in, like everybody's attention just like shifts to you, but like they don't necessarily say anything, but they make eye contact, right? They make eye contact with you and they notice your presence, because it's a powerful aura that walks into the room, and it's like people notice it. It's bright, right? It's bright. It's powerful. It's like the limbic resonance of you is causing other people to notice you. All right, your limbic resonance, like that means the level of attraction that you put off that attracts certain people to you. That's your limbic resonance. And some people have a strong one, like Taylor Swift, for example. Elon Musk said that her limbic resonance was phenomenal, and he was kind of like trying to blame her for him being attracted to her, but it wasn't her thing. It's her limbic resonance is causing his attraction level to go up towards her. And he's like all hot on Taylor Swift right now. Yeah, Elon Musk is, yes. She's like, it's true, when I walk in the room, I can still make the whole place shimmer. Right? It's the new album's badass, actually. So shout out to Taylor on that one. I won't say too much about it, but there's a song called Karma that she does. Is pretty good. I didn't like turn all like girl band or girl artist on everybody, but I was like, there's certain songs that certain artists do or perform that really gets somebody thinking, and it's like, what are they trying to tell us? And if you actually read between the lines, you can get all the little clues of what's happening or what's about to happen. So far 6 artists have made an end of the world song this year. Tom McDonald, Taylor Swift, who else? That's 2 right off the top. Chris Webby made an end of the world song, or Post Apocalypse or something. And there's a lot of artists that are coming out and doing this. Is it a coincidence? Or is it just like, ooh, the man wants them to push that agenda right now? Oh, scare everybody about end of times, right? I know the picture on the post is about post-apocalyptic event, and it's showing Seattle, of course, but oh, well, that's home, It's home for me. I'm not used to being in the desert, but I'm a lot better with it this year than I have the last 2 years. But I just wanted to address a few of the problems, like I'm not a sexist or a feminist or a masculinist or nothing like that. I'm just noticing that, men are getting treated real shitty these days. Like, there's too much expected of us. I'm not being a bitch or a crybaby, but there's way too much expected of us. While our opposites are just, nonchalantly just kind of kicking back, watching the world go to shit, and instead of being empowered for real, by being successfully empowered, empower yourself by doing something positive for everybody. Don't sit there and voice your opinion and treat everyone like crap and call it empowerment. No, that's an egotistic empowerment. It's like my ego is so inflated. Somebody's filling me so full of hot air that I'm walking around with a big head and treating everybody like I'm better than them. That's not empowerment. That's entitlement. And it's false sense of entitlement. And I see that a lot. The girl next door is now not the girl next door. She's too good for you now all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? And nothing changed overnight. What happened? What happened overnight that made you a queen that, eats on a silver platter and a golden spoon and sits on her butt and doesn't do shit? Then everybody's got a new OnlyFans and okay, that's ruining the self-respect of women even more, or whoever uses that shit. Cash me outside, how about that? That girl went on to make OnlyFans and now she's a billionaire. Oh, okay. Nice. Wake up. Mm-hmm. Wake up and look all around you. You're lost in space and the world is your home. It's a little bit of, I think that's Steve Miller, but anybody want to talk about anything? I see one person here so far, and I know the Facebook one isn't broadcasting anymore because I windowed out, but I did leave a comment there to come over here and watch instead. So could you share this around for me a little bit and help me promote me for a little bit? Just share it to your friends or whoever. And I don't really want to get into the depth of what I want to talk about until everybody is here, I mean, I did go over a little bit of it, but I didn't get into really what I'm experiencing from today's new world, I don't really see it too much, but I hear about a lot of it, and I've seen a lot of it on social media, how there's these certain channels that are just degrading men so bad, and telling women how to do it, how to be a sociopathic, narcissistic player and use good men to get what you want, treating us all like simps, I ain't no simp. You're gonna try to get something out of me, you better be giving me something in return, because I'm not just gonna go out of my way and give you what you want without you, you don't deserve just anything, it's that's what I'm talking about. People think they deserve everything that they haven't worked for. I've built this channel from the ground up all by myself, and when I get to that really good spot, that's when someone or some people try to push me down. And that's another thing I see. Like, quit being jealous of somebody else's desires to be successful, you know, while we wait for the world to end. And this is what everyone does. They want to pick on each other. They want to fight. They want to divide us even more, and attacking that stone called racism or prejudice or fascism or sexist socialism, all that crap, dude. What happened to freaking catching a good old fashioned passionate ass whooping, when you're disrespectful? What happened to like getting ridiculed and put in your place or called out on it and being humble enough to accept it? I don't go around lying about who I am or what I do. If somebody asks me, yeah, I will tell you. But if you're gonna ask me in a blatant way, like, hey, are you, blah blah blah. If it's like incriminating, don't expect me to answer it in blatant terms or layman terms. I may give you an answer that will lead you to a yes or a no, but I'm not just going to come out and say yes or no, because I'm not that. There's certain things that I wish to withhold from society about myself, like my sleeping habits or, like my social acquaintances or whatever. There's not a lot of things that I do that are incriminating, but everybody does something. I know they do. Like, everybody's an addict to something, whether it's a cigarette, whether it's a vape, whether it's, smoking herb or doing other things, drinking, popping prescription drugs. It's a drug. It's still addictive, you know. Speaking black magic is very addictive too, and it's habit forming. Speaking poison to somebody, like, you're a fucking retard or some shit, or you're a piece of shit. I say that shit a lot too, but why tell somebody till you're blue in the face that if you want my respect, then I need yours too. I need yours as well. You want me to love you and treat you kind? Then where's mine? Where's my love and appreciation? That's all I want. It ain't hard to make men happy. A little bit of communication, sometimes a lot of communication. I'm not somebody that bottles up and doesn't speak, obviously, but who watched the last week or the other day's episode? I know you came on and said F that or something. F word. Yeah. F word. That's kind of funny. Yeah. I know I say the F word a lot. I know. When I'm irritated, I'll spit out that word quicker than dog spit. At least I'm glad that nobody's sitting on here blowing me up with text messages while they're watching my show. I used to do this every day and tell people about my day and how I'm doing. And, I used to go to the river and the lake and the creeks, and I'd talk about stuff, and, I'd make references to going inward and, finding out the trueness about ourselves and figuring out the darkness about ourselves too. And, like asking ourselves the questions of, what if, and I probably overanalyze myself and judge myself more than anybody else that I ever known in the world, ever in my life, through every lifetime. Nobody has judged themselves as much as I judge myself and like correct my own behavior. And I don't see anybody else doing stuff like that with themselves. I see people playing with themselves and giving everybody the middle finger. That's what I see. Like nobody's like genuine and authentic or, honest to the, like, honest to a fault. I'm not saying everybody needs to be 100% honest with them to everybody about themselves, but like if I'm asking, or not if I'm doing it, but in general, if I'm asking a question, why hide it? Why deny it? Why ignore it? Why avoid it? That's dishonesty. Not speaking, being silent when you should be talking is, it's untrustworthy. And like, I may not say the exact answer somebody wants to hear, but I do filter out a lot of things that I want to say or what I do say. No, I say a lot of things that I don't even mean. Like a lot of mean, rude things, like, you know, I wish you were dead type stuff, or you need to be held underwater till you stop squirming. You know, that's just shit that, like, that's how the feeling wants to be projected at the moment. I am so irritated with you. I just want to hold your head underwater. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I do something like that. It's the frustration level. It's the expression of that feeling. That feeling just hates you right now. You know, it's not anything. What up, Bradley? How's it going, man? But yeah, I say some fucked up shit, but I don't would never act on any of it. You know, uh, I'm kind of looking off in that direction because I'm thinking of what I'm gonna say. I've been thinking that maybe the ego works best when it is digesting ideas like food. Yeah, yeah. Or making a joke out of something that's kind of light, but making a joke out of it to not get mad about it. So like somebody's ignoring you, just like, well, I guess I'm gonna buy you hearing aids for your birthday or something. Something funny that can make you kind of chuckle. But I mean, it wouldn't make them chuckle probably. Fuck you or something. I don't need hearing aids, you bastard. Well, then listen. Shit, like I do more listening than I get listened to, and like I'm a grown man. I don't need people to baby me or to guide me. I've managed to stay alive and out of prison my whole life by being myself and doing what I know is right. No, and every time I listen to people that want me to do this or that, unless it's like helping out at home, those people, I'm not talking about them, but like people I meet, hey, let's go do this. No, let's not go do that. That has trouble written all over it. You know, hey, let's go pee on this fence. No, how about not? The old man that lives there is a jerk. It's common sense. Like they need to start handing out condoms at doctors' offices because common sense ain't that common, and it's a lot of ignorance breeding more ignorance. And you know, am I right or am I right? Like there's too much ignorance breeding on the world, and there's not enough teachers to teach common sense or life's essentials. The little things that matter. Not the big things that are a big deal to conquest and conquer. I like taking little steps, and like I have a big goal and I take small steps to get to it. I do a little bit here, a little bit there, add to it, invest a little money into it. Like I do with my channel, I pay for everything. I invest in the channel. I have YouTube Premium. There's no commercials. I paid for StreamYard. That's $50 right there. Pow pow. I pay for my editor that I make videos with. That's another $35 a year. I pay for a picture moving app that I can take a still picture and put effects onto it and make it look like it's moving and animated. $13 for life. So that's damn near what, $75, almost $100 in just apps to help build my business and to promote my company. And I'm doing it all independent. I don't want any social mainstream bullcrap trying to censor my shit. Yeah, I'm going to talk about some controversy. I'm going to talk about some cover-ups and ascension to Zen. Like blatant deceptions and corruption and government lies and all that crap. And I don't want nobody censoring my shit. Censorship is based blatant lies. Blatantly covering something up. We got to look at it for what it really is. If they're covering it up, then it's obviously real. If they're covering it up, then they're hiding something. If they're saying they committed suicide, no, we fucking killed them is what it means. They talked too much. They knew too much. Oh, they are detrimental to our plan. We need to get rid of them. Whack them, as the mobsters would say. Yeah, he gets to get whacked, Johnny. I can't see all the. The ego needs to die, though. most of the way. You need a little ego, because that's what keeps us in, like, protective of ourselves. We need a little bit of ego to have that survival instinct and that defensive instinct activated, but we don't need it to be like so thick and huge and inflated that we think that we're the best on the world and we're better than everybody. And my shit doesn't stink. It smells like roses and perfume. And, while I'm, you know, being wearing one mask and acting like another one, and telling you one thing and acting the opposite. Actions speak louder than words. And, I might say a lot of shit, but that's just words. And like, my actions speak way better than my words do. And like, you're looking at what I do most of the time. I sit here and I'm on my phone most of the time, just playing games anymore. I'm trying to win money off them casino apps. I've made a couple hits though, like $50 here or there. Spend a little bit and lose a little bit. It takes money to make money, and if you don't invest in something, like I'm investing in Bitcoin right now, and my own company, Open Mind Productions, is my production company, and so I'm just trying to get the word out too, that I'm doing half price productions from now until the promotion's over. It's a half price for the first production per customer. Doesn't matter how large the production is. Minimal is like $20 and the maximum is whatever, but I ain't no Dr. Dre. I'm not going to be charging $500,000 for a production. It's more like, as like I said, as low as $20 and as expensive as, whatever. But the first one, as you just come and test it out and test out my skills and my ability in creating introduction videos or commercials or advertisements. All I need is pictures, videos, audio clips, and a nutshell of what you want it to look like and all that. And my features they come with a cost. I pay for the service, so I have to break it up in order to, keep myself floating, at least, break even anyway. So I'm not out of pocket on it. At least enough to break even, and that would be that's why I'm offering the half price introductory rate. Your first production is half price, and after that it's normal price. But you're going to be impressed with your first production that I make for you, that you're going to come back. I have so many special effects and all that stuff I can put in there. Whatever you want it to say, it can be for any reason: personal ad, your own company ad. Small moms and pops businesses, grocery stores, etc. If you know people that have like a personal services ad, like a masseuse or an escort or a call girl or whatever, call boy, it don't matter. I'll make an ad for that too to help promote them also. I'm not prejudiced. I don't discriminate. So I mean, like, LGBTQ is accepted, everything. Like, I don't care. It's money in my pocket. I'm not doing this because I have to. I'm doing it because it's a hobby. It's something that I enjoy doing. And why not make money at something that you enjoy doing that other people can appreciate also? And it's cheap, so it's well worth the investment. It helps me become the independent production company that I'm trying to do. I'm looking for artists, either drawing, poets, rappers, musicians, producers. I'm looking for a whole bunch of things that I could use that would be willing to utilize some of their talents and help in my company. And it would be partly your company too. It depends on how much you want to invest in the company. You can be a shareholder or whatever. We don't have much merchandise at the moment, but I do have a logo that I made. It's in the top right corner. It says Open Mind Productions, and in the background it says original. And since I'm a Capricorn, I put the goat in the middle. So, ran by Satan. Haha. No, I'm kidding. The goat is the symbol of Baphomet, though. So it's like, I'm just sick and tired of all the symbolisms that they're putting twisted and disgusting references on. It's like, Everything that was here was nature when the invaders showed up. Just remember that. Everything that was sacred and holy and cherished by the worldly people was slaughtered, took it away from them, destroyed, and forbidden as they slaughtered holy men at their shrines and blessing people with water and, honoring the spirits of the trees and the grass and the waters and all that. They were slaughtered where they stood. Their children were slaughtered. All the boys were. All the men were. They saved the women and the daughters for breeders, basically. And it's now they've got given away of abortion because they want all their little fallen angel seeds, as many on this planet as they can get. Of course they would do away with a woman's right to abortion, and I'm not all for it or not against it. It's a woman's choice, in my opinion. And if a man doesn't want to have a baby, he should pull out and wear a condom or get fucking fixed. And same thing for a woman. If she don't want kids, don't fuck. Simple. Learn to swallow or something. That's just me being real. Don't have sex if you don't want kids, because that's where they come from. We don't get taught that in sex ed anymore. They took it away. Yeah. This goes in there and this happens, and 10 months later you pop out something that you didn't know how it got there. Oh, you didn't have education in it. Oh, that sucks. It's up to the parents to teach the kids about birds and bees, not strangers on the internet. Shit. I'm not a stranger, though. I mean, a lot of people know me. A lot of people may not like me because either I'm outspoken enough or, I'm just real. I don't lie and hide shit unless I have to. Like if somebody's going to get mad at me for the truth, but yet they want to hear the truth, but I'm getting scolded and ridiculed because of it telling the truth. Of course, I'm not going to be honest about that to that person. But this person A, I could be honest to, and then person B, I could tell a white lie to, and they would both treat that as the same if they both thought it was the truth, right? But then person B finds out that oh, I lied about that, and I actually did do that, and not let them know. Why did I lie to them? Well, I lied because you always get mad every time I tell you something, So I have to now choose what I'm going to be honest about to certain somebodies, And so I don't really do much to get in trouble for anyway. I mean, I'm a grown man. I don't have to answer to, God or anything. At the end, maybe, but, I don't believe in a physical aspect of God anyway. It's everywhere. That tree is God. The water is God. The grass is growing right there. The dirt, the spark within my soul is all part of the universal existence that people refer to as God. I have a deeper understanding, overstanding of what God is. I don't think that he's going to come walking out of the clouds and clobber me with a walking stick because I said fuck you to him. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not going to get struck by lightning because I didn't put something on my life and then broke it. It's like I've asked for that to happen a lot of times and it's never happened. May I be struck by lightning right now on a clear day with no clouds in the sky. May I be struck by lightning dead right now if I was lying. See, nothing happened. I mean, we got to read between the lines with a lot of things, especially like every thread in the pattern is life. That's exactly. They forced me to learn about that in middle school. Me too. I was in 7th and 8th grade going to sexual education. They called it a health class. And there was 7th and 8th grade girls getting pregnant when I was in school. It was so like, damn, what are their parents failing with, or letting their kids grow up to be disrespectful to other adults, and they're only being that way because of their parents talking shit about other people and not giving them the information of it's not okay to talk shit about other people behind their back where they're not there to defend themselves. If I have something to say to most people, I say it either over a text message to their phone or face to face if it's, not something that they're going to get hostile about, you know? Because, like, I have to watch what I say to a lot of people, and it's because I'm afraid how the level of hostility that they will have towards me for saying it. So I do curb my language a lot, and I shouldn't have to. And I think people should have enough humble about themselves to, you know, accept the points and parts where they've fucked up. I shouldn't have to call it out and hold them accountable. As adult is an adult, and adulting is hard, yes, but doing the right thing is not hard. It's doing the right thing for everybody around you. Not removing certain people because they made a mistake, or slipped up and got too loud once or twice, three times, and realize it's just double standards of shit that I notice that a lot of people pull double standards, and then they want to justify their double standard, but you can't do it to them. It's just like, okay, that's the shit I'm talking about. I'm not gonna let nobody get away with that. Like, whether they want to talk to me face to face or hear it over a text message, they're gonna hear it either way, or on a video. I'm just saying, like, why attack the messenger instead of like looking at the message and saying like, okay, yeah, that is true. There's a lot of people that do that, but then a lot of people try to put themselves in the equation and get offensive because they've done that before or they're doing that now. And instead of, hey, yeah, I'm that a little bit. That's me a little bit. Yeah, I've done that before. I didn't feel good about it. And like, kind of sucks that you bring it up. Don't put yourself in it like that. Part of being humble and accepting yourself is accepting your flaws and your mistakes. Yeah, I smoke. It's not something I'm proud of. I'm grossed out by it, but I can't quit because I learned that it ain't the nicotine in the cigarette that gets you addicted. It's the other additives that they put in it. Because if it was the nicotine, then why wouldn't a piece of nicotine gum do the job of curbing that craving? Because it's not just the nicotine; it's the tar, it's the arsenic, it's the other things, the gunpowder, all that other shit. There's something other than nicotine in the cigarette that's causing us to become so addicted to it. Not only is it a habit, when you start doing anything in 20 times in repetition is a habit, and in order to break that habit, you have to replace that habit with something positive. But just remember, to break that habit, it doesn't take 20 times of something new to break it. It takes 60 to 90 times not doing it. When you have the craving for it and you block it out with something else and replace that craving with something positive and productive for you in your life. It doesn't matter if Joe Blow over there don't agree with you. If it makes you happy and you're not hurting anybody, you're not harming anyone or, scamming somebody or screwing them over, then there's nothing wrong with it, because in turn, if something that's making you happy and you get to the point where you're happy enough, then you're going to start going out and meeting people and doing things for those people, like paying for dinner for the whole group or something, because you have enough happiness that you feel like you want to share with people. You share part of that happiness around, and like dominoes, those people see that goodness and they want to become that goodness too. So you lead by example, right? You do good things for other people, and they see that, and they do something good for someone else, and that brightens their day up, and then that person will go out and do something good for somebody else, and just so on and so forth, and it spreads like wildfire. And it's not hard to do the right thing, regardless of what your lifestyle is. When a situation arises that you have two evils to choose from, because every choice is evil, what it is when it's all for ourselves. When it's a choice that we benefit only and no one else benefits, that's evil. It's self-serving. It's service to self. It's a one way to learn, like, how to nourish and love yourself. But when you serve others, it's a different kind of love. It's a universal type of love where you are accepting of every walk of life and every nationality, every race, every creed, every religion. It doesn't matter what the person is involved with. as in church or job or, culture, they are worthy of being shown some type of kindness. A perfect stranger, you know nothing about them. There's no reason for you not to show them kindness or respect them as a human being or a person or a fucking half-breed of a reptile and a man. It don't matter. Like, or a full-blooded reptile, reptilian or whatever. I don't care if people don't believe them. I've seen one. So I'm not going to discredit something that a small group of people discredit. I'm not going to follow the sheep. I'm going to do with what I know is real and I've seen and I've experienced and physically interacted with. I wasn't on anything. I'm going to talk about things I've experienced that I've literally felt in the bones, like gives you goosebumps. It's so real, I don't want to talk about stories I've already said, though. I'm like more interested in seeking the unknown. The downside to working around strangers is having to stay civil to fools. Yeah, that's true. Like I try to say that I try not to judge or ridicule too many people because I know everyone's ignorant to a point, even myself. See, there's the ego block right there. Even myself, I blocked off my ego, and that's egotistical to say, right? No, it's not. It's a recognition and acceptance of my ignorance, you know. Admitting it is half the battle. Getting over it and through it and becoming better because of it and noticing and accepting that and moving on from it, moving forward. That's all that matters. Yeah, I used, you know, I was physically abusive once, twice. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be that way forever. It was what does a dog or a bear do when you back it into a corner and poke it with sticks? It's going to attack, right? Especially a wild one. But my wild beast is caged up. And everybody has one. Everyone's got that wild beast inside them that when it gets too provoked, it gets outraged and manic. Doesn't want to stop or slow down because it's just fed up with the bullshit and being everybody's poking laughing stock or spectacle or whatever. And so, yeah, it gets irritated. We're all animals and to a point. We're just civilized animals. We're from the world. We're nature. We are flesh and blood and organic and have a soul and a spirit, and we have dreams and we go places in these dreams and we learn things from these dreams. We get answers, and Braziel, the angel, said, I get my answers from my dreams. He's the angel of mystery and magic. And that was my screen name for a long time, was Raziel. And I kind of embodied that for a little bit while I was using that screen name. It lots of knowledge I learned in those days. And you got to be careful on who you invoke too, because you invoke the wrong spirits and you're SOL for a little while until you what do you call it? Dispel them. Words are magic too. Like if you ever read my writings, I'm sure some of you have. I'm a word wizard. Oh, there's a flag word wizard, word wizard. Flag word. Algorithm recognizes that as a flag word. Yep, the algorithm can suck my dick. I don't care. But if you guys like this video and share it, then it'll program the algorithm into this is something people enjoy watching. It doesn't matter who tells you, oh, that channel sucks. Well, it don't matter. If you like it, that's all that matters. If you like hearing what I have to say, that's all that matters. I don't care about the haters not liking it. What do they got going on? That's why they hate, right? They have nothing going on. That's why they hate. They're jealous, envious, and coveting. Like I said the other night, they're jealous, envious, and coveting of my diamonds, rubies, and gems that I polish daily. But Certain people like to come along and fling mud on your shiny diamonds and try to dull them out, or shade your shine. And stand over you like a shadow, breathing down your neck or whatever, always complaining every time you turn around, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure we've all been in that position where you just felt like you weren't good enough for somebody, or you felt like they feel they're too good for you, but what the fuck happened overnight to make them feel that way if they weren't getting ego ego fed, you know? All the sweet nothing bullshit that men do to women. I'm a man. I know what I do. I spit game. I fucking tell her she's beautiful and whatnot. Anything I can do to get it wet, right? No, that's not what kind of man I am. Shit, my last one, we didn't do that for 2 months after meeting and getting to know each other. That's a real man. I'm not trying to get it wet. I work, I cook, I clean, I do dishes, I clean house. When I feel good about it, I'm like, I don't go like days without doing some kind of a chore. I'm like, yeah, I like doing what I like to do, and give me a list of something to do and I'll do it on my time, but I'm not going to jump for you to do what you want right now. But know that I will eventually get to it, and it won't be but a couple of days before I get the whole list done. It's just like, patience goes a long ways, and so does, gratitude. I think I'm a pretty integral man. Like, I have integrity. I I have a strong moral compass. I know what's right and know what's wrong. I don't do what's wrong on purpose like a sociopath. If I do something wrong and I didn't know I did something wrong, but if you addressed it and confronted me in a healthy way, that why you felt it was wrong, or that I maybe you went against your wishes to a point, but not all the way, then address it with me, and let me know that, hey, I felt a different way about that, and you don't just jump on somebody's ass and start ridiculing them for, what the fuck did I do? Why are you mad all of a sudden? Well, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that bothered you. You didn't say nothing for months or weeks or years or whatever. Now you finally want to say something about it. When it's a habit and I do it all the time, you never said anything. Why wait 6 years to say something? Like, what the hell? Why do a 180 overnight just because, the last video was a pain in the ass? It was the genetics video. You guys see the genetics video I made last season? It was like the season ender about activations and genetics, DNA, and how activating our DNA activates abilities within our blood, within our conscious mind, our subconscious mind. It activates the magic in our blood by finding out the fire letters and the activation sequences, the shapes, colors, sounds, and light spectrums that we need to figure out in order to activate our DNA. And the more you activate, the stronger and more powerful you become, the more energy you can obtain and hold and channel and utilize. Like, literally, like, I'm talking lightning bolts coming out of your fingertips, that kind of power. And it's possible. If they would quit oppressing the human species, we are very powerful. They would quit oppressing men and women and let us be our natural selves. And, what would we believe in if we all growed up in the desert or in the woods? If we all grew up in the woods and didn't have church or, preachers and stuff like that, what would we believe in? We wouldn't know of a God, right? I'm sure we would look to the heavens and praise the stars, see a shooting star and it's a sign from the heavens. It wouldn't, like, God didn't exist until, a century before Christ. It was made by the church. It used to be goddesses. The moon phases were lady, crone, and the maiden. The lady, the maiden, and the crone, the three phases. The young, innocent one, and then the one that's kind of snooty and had kids, and she's all crabby now. But now she's in the old crone phase, and now she's nothing but a crotchety old bag. Mad at everybody. It's the phases of the woman's life too, I guess. The white women anyway. I got a friend that works at Kohl's, and she's a customer service personnel. And she says she sees more old crotchety white women come through there complaining about something than any other race. It's white women. They're the grumpiest old ones. It's like, oh, that's kind of true. I see my grandma. She was kind of grumpy all the time and crotchety old lady. Rest in peace. I seen her in a dream once too. Scared me to death. Woke up screaming, crying. Yeah, and she wasn't scary looking. It scared me because I had asked her previously in the day, right before I went to bed, if she would please come visit me. And that night, for sure, not lying, no cap, my grandma appeared in my dream on a chair with her arms crossed and a straight face, like this. And it was like, holy cow, my dream or my wishes and my prayers have been answered, and they do get answered all the time. We don't pay attention enough. We're not asking for the right things. We're not, it's not heartfelt enough for the power of manifestation to give a shit. You know, People aren't doing it right. You don't ask for a big body Benz or a mansion on the hill or $1 million. You ask for the wisdom, knowledge, and the strength and the courage to pursue those things. It's like people that believe in God, they asking God for, I want a good woman. Like, okay, well then change your ways and find a good woman. You know, I want $1 million. Well, bust your ass and start investing in stuff, and making all the money you can. Eventually, you'll have $1 million. I want a big body Benz. Well, then take all that $1 million you just asked for and go buy one. you know, I want a house to park my car in. Well, fucking, same answers. The physical things we don't need to worry about. It's the metaphysical. It's like the inner things. Like, I want more compassion. I want more understanding. I want more knowledge. I want to know things that I can help others understand. And I want to understand them to the point where I could master them in 10,000 hours. You know what I'm saying? I want to have mastery in like a dozen or two different aspects or topics or whatever, and know everything there is to know about it. And I want to know the essential things that I need to climb the Jacob's ladder up to the top without falling, without allowing myself to be pushed off of it. Because that shows weakness when you allow somebody to push you down, not physically, but mentally or emotionally push you down. Like, some of the happiest people are the most miserable too, though. Like, I pretend to be happy every day, but yet I go home and I cry myself to sleep every night because I'm really just miserable inside, because I have all this money and all this fancy stuff, but there's an emptiness inside that I can't fill because it requires the love of another person, right? It requires acceptance and love and appreciation of another person in order to make you non-miserable. It doesn't matter if you do anything every day, but as long as you're loved by somebody that actually loves you, that's what life's about, right? Finding love and giving love and accepting love in all its forms. Even being mad and hate is a form of love. It's tough love. You know, um, Everything is said and done out of love, though. I mean, either if it's love for yourself in the situation that you're in and trying to get out of the situation, and jumping on opportunities that give you an exit, or an opportunity to do better, even though it may have risks and consequences in the long run if you get caught or whatever. But if it's benefiting your situation and helping you become a better person, like financially, or the things you can do physically to improve your life, where all it takes is a little bit of self prayer to become a better person inside, to heal, to become smarter, to have a better memory, to love better, to speak better. I think that kind of covers while we wait, right? We should be doing those things instead of listening to the medias and following what the government wants to do. We should be firing our personnel and hiring new ones from within. We are being invaded on every shore. And I wrote a poem that talks about that, but it's a poem about 500 million years ago when it happened. It it references strangers come upon the shore bringing more than just plagues that kills us. We had to hide artifacts to save the tribes and the clans for later days when we could utilize them and save ourselves. Like there's artifacts all over the American continent from long ago that have been stashed and hidden in the Grand Canyon. They just found the Temple of Osiris or something, and it looks like it's been recently used, like it's used regularly type thing, because there are civilizations that live in those ant holes and those ant tunnels that are in the Grand Canyon. Uh, Look at DUMBS with dots, D dot U dot M dot B dot S dot. Deep Underground Military Bases is what it stands for. And there's millions of them. We'll get into that on a later episode, but right now we've gone over an hour and I got to get ready for work here pretty soon. So I'm going to say thank you for stopping in and giving all these comments. It's badass. Thanks for being a good thread of life there, bud. And I'll be back on later in the week. It's only Monday today, so stay tuned. I will try to announce every broadcast. Try my YouTube wall. Being a premium customer, it allows you to post on YouTube, make a comment, post a picture. So like if you notice the people you follow, they have a normal post and it'll have a picture with words with it. They're actually making social posts. That's because they paid for YouTube Premium. That's one of the things that opens up when you pay for it. It's only $13.99 a month. It's not a whole lot of money, and I mean, I have a couple dollars left after I pay my bills. I'm throwing it on something that can benefit my channel, or my company, and or helping out with bills for next month if I can, So just a little bit of positive insights for everybody to be grateful for, and tomorrow's another day. We always look bright for tomorrow, and don't look backwards into the dark past, because what we've endured and survived is the proof that we are strong enough to make it through, and be grateful that we have a life to live. That's what I'm happy for. I'm happy for me and doing what I enjoy doing, is talking with you guys. Even if there's a few of you that watch, it doesn't matter. I'm getting it out. People like it. They're watching it. That's all that matters to me. Even if there's 1, 2, 3, 4, a dozen, 500,000, it doesn't matter. I'm all about, the content and the fans. I care about it. All right. And actually gives a fuck about the content and all the fans. I'm not going to be censored. So I refuse. Like, if there's something on my mind that I need to talk about, if it has to do with my local or long distance officials, I'll talk about it, and I'll let it be known that Christopher Shire is not some ignorant bitch punk that can just be pushed around and lied to. I have discernment. The spirit of discernment is a very wonderful thing. It's powerful, and it is non-deceiving. It cannot be deceived either. It's probably the most wonderful ability that anybody could develop is the power of discernment, or the spirit of discernment, because there's 9 different spirit types, and they're called enneagrams or something, ENNEAGRAMS, and there's like 9 different types of enneagrams. I learned that on a channel I watched the other day. Pretty interesting stuff. It's not biblical. I mean, it talks about it a little bit in the Bible, but they don't cover it enough, and I urge people to learn about the demon fallen angels and how the book of Enoch talks about them. It names every single one of them, what they did, why they did it. And then there's another channel called Voyagers I want you guys to check out. It's an older channel. They stopped broadcasting in like 2015 because of the most recent ascension portals opening in 2017, and so they are busy trying to repair them and make it possible for those of us who are ready. We can ascend through these portals and make it to Gaia. So it would actually be Terra first, which is the fifth, and yes, the bad ones are there too, causing shit, and they're trying to keep us locked in the fifth by blowing up Gaia a long time ago. But poke around and look up what I've talked about a little bit. Paying attention evolves energy too. Yes, it does. Yeah, thanks for sticking it out for 120 minutes or an hour and 20 minutes. I'm gonna salute thee farewell thou for now, and come back next time for more, huh? I'm kidding. Anyways, that's all, folks. Oh, damn. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Love y'all. Namaste. Have a good day. I'll pray for you. Peace.